Oh man, it's 5 hours before my 4 a.m. Uber and 7 hours before my 6 a.m. flight. But here I am creating inside Blender when I should be packing. You see, I bought this M1 Pro MacBook Pro since I wanted to create from anywhere at any time. For the last several years, I've been tied to my desktop. I didn't have a laptop that will allow me to create on the go. And you know what sucks? Having the itch to create while traveling and not having a capable laptop. But all of that has changed now. And I think it's time to show you guys what I do in a day with this laptop, starting with first thing in the morning. One of the first things I do in the morning is check my email, affiliate commission report, and what's trending on Twitter. You know, all the stuff that can be done with something like a Chromebook. But this morning in particular, I had this video on my mind, so I opened up Premiere Pro to work on the introduction a little more. And so far, this base 14-inch MacBook Pro is performing really well for this simple video that I'm putting together. I made the look of this video soft but colorful, light on the blacks and shadows, and reduced whites. But let me jump on camera real quick and talk to you guys, vlog style, about the thermals and what I've noticed from this laptop. Been here in bed working on, my MacBook Pro, and I've had Premiere Pro open, Chrome open, 15, 20 tabs, Photoshop open, and this thing does not get hot. Like, it's not warm, it's not hot, it's cool to the touch, which is pretty amazing, right? Because my previous MacBook Air would just like immediately get warm. I hear the fans. My work computer, which is in a way different bottom tier league, that will sound like an absolute jet going off if I had it on the bed like this, just with like 3 Chrome tabs open and working in Excel. So this right here, to do what I'm doing and not make a sound and stay cool, is crazy. Crazy indeed. I did notice the playback falls apart and lags tremendously when multiple layers of lumetri color and a visual effect is added. But that's detail for the next upcoming video, specifically about Premiere Pro and this laptop. I need to record some workout clips and post the screenshots on Twitter. Excuse me for a moment if you don't mind. To enter this giveaway, just leave a well thought out comment in the comment section below, based on anything that you see in this video. So what laptop do you have and what are you using it for? Anything, just leave something. Just don't say, hey, nice video. More than that. Sorry, I didn't mean to put all that in y'all's face. Squat gang, we up. Also, I don't think I actually said the cash amount I'm giving away in this video. One of y'all will get $25 via Cash App. Read the rules in the description. Now, I had about 30 minutes before the next New Jersey Transit to New York Penn Station. So I decided to open up Blender real quick and create the floors for the model of my home office. I duplicated the face of the floor, separated it, and left it in place. I isolated the floor, did a loop cut to divide up the floor, and deleted the other sides. Long story short, once it was at a good place, I used an array modifier to duplicate the pattern I just made, and bam! Will you look at that? Also, loading completed projects takes a few seconds, but looking around in the rendered view is doable. Anyway, let me pack this thing up and skedaddle so I don't miss my next train into the city. I got off the train at Grand Central, met John, and we took the 7 to meet Kevin at a coffee shop. While the three of us caught up, I was using my MacBook Pro as a plate here. I know, highly disrespectful. I then decided to use this as an opportunity to transfer files from my SD card and airdrop everything you just watched in the previous scenes from my iPhone 12 Pro. Transferring 7 gigabytes of data takes about 20 something seconds, so the write speed of 312 megabits per second checks out. While I was waiting for the transfer to complete, I organized the folders for this video, and once it was done, I previewed some of the files. I love just tapping on the file name and hitting the space bar for it to give me a preview of the file. That's something I do a lot on Mac laptops. Also, I swear John has some screws loose in his head. As far as our conversation at the table, we were reminiscing about the times we made and lost money in options trading during the volatile 2020 stock market. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. But anyway, I want to touch on the battery life. The last time I had a MacBook Pro was in 2005, and long story short, the battery life was dookie. Then in 2015, I bought a MacBook Air mainly because of the battery life and the portability of it. So when I say this battery life is amazing, I put that shit on everything.
After you, sir.
You might be wondering, why are there so many transition clips? Well, reminder, everything I did today was recorded for the purpose of this video because once this is published, I can officially say that this is the first video I edited on my M1 Pro MacBook Pro. And truthfully, I want to connect with you more, the viewer, by showing you what I was up to. Once we were done with our outing, we went back to Kevin's apartment. I decided to open up Photoshop and take a look back at the thumbnail for this video. For those of you wondering how Photoshop performs on this MacBook Pro, I have zero concerns. Everything has been a breeze. But I think it's important to note, if you're on a beta phase, come on out. None of my Adobe Suite programs are beta and everything is running fine. But in terms of performance and capabilities, something that popped in my mind while browsing the internet was, if you want to edit a video like Ice Spice Bikini Bottom music video with all those effects, the specs on this laptop is not it. Go ahead and increase those specs. Like, if the party not lit, then why should I go? Why would I go?